Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right?
I'ma take you some loving, sweet delicious things. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the blood on the brains. Take it to the floor, what's up? My flexibility, you gon' find out. Time out, gon' pull out. No doubt, no doubt. Nega ishimasu. straightforward, 100, keep it always real. Cause I'm giving it to you right. Pleasure on, going all night. You know the deal, and it gon' last for life.
Hi, Charlene. Come on in.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of season 2 from Her Point of View talk show with your girl, Lizzie the Goddess, and the beautiful, lovely
Cherie Patterson.
She is invited to be our co-host for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Queen.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
This show is brought to you by I Said It Management. If you would like to be a guest or a sponsor on the show, go ahead and email herpointofview@aol.com. That's right. And if you would like to look me up on all social media platforms, you go right ahead and you Google LeeDagoddess, Lily the Goddess, and you'll find me on all social media platforms.
And you can Google me at Cherie the Elite Reader Patterson, or find me on Facebook at Cherie Patterson, or on Insta, Cherie_the_elite_reader.
Ooh. Today we have a beautiful celebrity guest by the name of Isabel Cruz, my sister, model, actress, fashion designer, founder of IC Pearls and Chibi Couture, writer, graphic designer, baker, and a craft designer. That's a lot of hats. Welcome, Queen, to the show. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
It is an honor. It is a privilege. And also shout out to Mimie Acosta. We miss you. And we send you blessings and healing. And also shout out to our brand ambassador, Elizabeth Smith. She says she can't wait to see our lovely faces. Here we go. Hi, Isabel.
Hi.
Yay! Chibi Couture by Isabel Cruz. Oh my gosh, you have so much. What's your zodiac sign, Queen?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, Virgo in the house. Okay.
Virgo in the house.
Yes. I'm
Sure,
true
what's
to my
your sign?
sign. I'm emotional. I'm a perfectionist. I'm the whole thing.
And adorable. Sure, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
The water bearer.
The water bearer. I'm emotional all over the place. I'm cool as hell, but I will whoop your butt. Hello.
We got another Queen B 82 in the house, y'all. That is Brandy. Queen B 82. She's a Virgo in the house too. What is up? Another
all
Virgo.
Right now, we need some Aquarius up in here. Virgos are not for the takeover today. We're not doing that.
Oh, we need
some Aquarius up in the building.
Come on now, everybody. I'm gonna jump off with the first question. Do you believe in a kiss on the first date? Yes or no?
I guess if you've been talking for a while, then if you feel the connection, sure.
Cherie?
I don't know. I think if he's fine enough. I say yeah. If y'all vibing and the vibe was cool, I say yeah. I think it's okay.
Yes. I really like what you highlighted. If you've been speaking for like a long period of time, and you've had enough time to establish a dialogue and communication. Communication is something that Mimie also likes to highlight on the show when she hear about the communication. Cherie, I know you know what I'm talking about with with highlighting the communication, because communication is the foundation to a solid, steady relationship. What y'all think?
I think we discussed that before. On season 1, I think we had that same discussion. Was communication has got to be the center point, because without communication, I don't care what else comes with you, that's a crash and burn. So I agree.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a terrible first kiss on the first date? Like,
have I ever had? No, I had a terrible kiss with this little boyfriend I had when I was like 15. Yes, it was disgusting. Like he was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the movies," and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a nap." But then when we went to the movies, he went to kiss me, and I was like, did you forget to brush your teeth?" He was like, "Oh," I was like, "Ew."
no.
Nasty.
Hygiene, that personal hygiene is so important. Ugh.
Yes.
That's
It is.
I don't do that. No. Oh wait, what she said? Sherry, what Miss Queen B82 saying?
She
over
said,
there?
yes, communication is the key.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Shout out to
Without
Lil
communication,
Ninja.
nothing will work.
That's right. Lil Ninja, shout out to Lil Ninja. Thank you for joining us. Hi. Do you think that there are sometimes there's too many guys that may not understand why we appreciate some good hygiene, especially when it comes to breath?
I
Yep.
think so. You know, like a lot of guys nowadays are not raised right. They just, you know what I mean? They're not. They don't know how to approach a woman. You know, they just are a bunch of little boys that don't know any better half the time. So
I mean, real talk, right, Cherie? Real talk.
I agree. I can't. I can't
they don't
say that
make
she
them
does
like
not have a
they
valid
used
point. I agree.
They don't.
But
They don't.
nowadays, I have seen, even in my own personal life, because I'm actually going through that current day, men get comfortable where they're like, oh, I don't have to do a certain thing anymore because I'm already established. No, bruh, get up, hit that toothbrush. Don't
Yes.
kiss me, rolling over to me, get the dragon out the wagon. And
Exactly. That's what I don't like. Like with the guys, they just like, why do I have to keep trying? I already got her. I'm like, you got to keep her though.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Right. And do you think that maybe like some people are like that there's a difference between how the man approaches first dates like 1, 2, and 3, and then the female dating 1, 2, and 3? Do the females usually walk in with the butterflies and they're anxious, or the guys are the wall, or like who's the most excited to go on a date, the man or the female?
Most likely the woman. Most likely.
Most likely. And why is that?
Because we look forward to love. We look forward to, something more than just going home to kids or washing dishes or homework or, we look forward to that, feeling beautiful or feeling wanted. And, so it's like, oh, I can't wait. It's like Norbit. Tuesday.
Yeah.
And men are kind of like, oh, it's another one. I'm gonna see what I can get. I wonder if she gonna let me get it on the first date. They already have, preconception of, something
How it's
that
gonna
your
go.
mind ain't even on. So
Yeah.
I feel that way anyway. So
Isabel, what you think?
I think so too. I mean, a lot of times guys just want to hook up, but for us, we're looking for a potential partner. Like, is he going to be the one? And then you decide that usually that first date, you decide if you have the spark or not, if you guys have that vibe, if he treats you the way and speaks to you in the way that you want to be spoken to, like an actual gentleman.
Exactly. I mean, they need to pay attention to the signs too. Social cues. Come on, guys. Hey, Bernadette. Shout out to Bernadette. Thank you for tuning in. Hi. Hello. Thank you
my
so
dad
much.
has always taught me first impressions are lasting impressions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And don't forget to share some questions in the comment section, everybody. Shout out to all
yeah,
my-
absolutely. Y'all chime in. Absolutely. I feel like if okay, I got a good question too after this. But like when you're on a date with a man, right? And it's like the way he talks to you, the way he handles you, if he moves your chair, if he greets you a certain way, that's gonna tell you right then and there, yes, no. You know what I mean? You're gonna be peeping that out from the gate, right? So nowadays, like I get a lot of men that's like, "What's up, ma?" Or "Damn, you sexy." Like, what happened to "Good morning, beautiful"?
Yeah.
What happened to "How are you today"? So I look for those same attributes on dates. That kind of tells me whether I want to see you again.
I hope the man tuning in and peeking and being nosy take some notes. Us ladies, when you're talking about, oh, it's so hard to find a good, decent woman, you going after the hoes. You're not going after the queen. There's plenty of us out there that we're waiting for that gentleman to, open the door. And don't make it seem like we thinking that we're the Queen of England. It ain't nothing like that. It's just a simple. It's called manners. It's called knowing if you want to be treated like you the man, well, treat us like we your woman.
Absolutely.
And don't be cursing every single sentence.
Oh God, no, that's a turn off. Okay, so turn ons, and turn offs of the first date. What's the turn off on your first date? We already established bad breath, but what's the second turn off?
If they're cursing like every other word, or they can't even have a decent conversation with you without even having to resort to profanity and stuff like that, to me, I'm like, ugh, that's a turn off for me.
It is. And then Cherie, anybody who wants to do number 3?
Smelling cologne and cigarettes.
Yes.
Oh,
no, I do not. If they're a smoker, it's a dead no.
I can't. I'm sorry,
How you
guys.
gonna smell like Versace and Newports?
Right? Oh my gosh, she went. Yo, take note. Come on, we don't want to smell that nicotine.
No, ew.
No, and it's a really bad combination. The nicotine, the cigarette smell, and then us ladies, we have our makeup on. I think you know what I'm talking about. When you got your makeup on and then the smoke comes and hits your face, you're like, see now, sir, I put primer on and you burning right through it.
Oh my God, that is so serious though. Hey, what is the first thing that you look at on a man when you meet a guy? What's the first thing that you look at?
His eyes.
What about you, Lily?
The eyes tell you everything.
Same.
Okay.
The eyes. Yeah. Those eyes. What you gonna say, Cherie? What you his booty? What's up, girl? His lips. What's up, baby?
Okay, wait a minute. You got a point there because I wasn't gonna say the lips, but why you say the lips? Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, listen. So
I mean, he can't have dry lips, like
when I see a man, the first thing I look at is his shoes. My dad always taught me presentation is key.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started realizing, even looking at his shoes, he may have just got off work, right? But then I was like, okay, if you just got off work, then you need to go take a shower and put your good shit on.
Right.
So yeah, first thing I look at is his shoes, baby. Don't come outside with busted Air Force Ones. Look like you've been stomping a railroad for 12 hours. We're not gonna do that.
Dang.
Yes.
We're not gonna do that.
I guess we a lot of us are old fashioned. You do not have to be, older to be old fashioned. There's a lot of females all over. They want that. It's the gestures. They want those gestures that sort of got lost along the way towards hitting Gen Z. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know why we lost it. What's that?
I think guys need to take a class.
I think they should. I mean, we have debutante classes. Remember debutante school? Women have debutante school. So why not? Why don't the guys have something like that? What?
It should be a requirement.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think so. Do you think that there's too many guys? Too many, and that's why it's so hard to find a decent man who they just want the chaka chaka. It's too many. It's hard.
It's hard to find the good quality ones in there. There's a lot of, there's a lot of fish, but the good ones are very hard to find.
Cherie, why is it?
How I feel about it, and this is only because I talked to 2 manly men about this same thing here recently. And because I see a lot of, and ladies, if y'all are tuning in for the long hair, don't care, long nail wearing, different color weave wearing sisters, listen, I love y'all all the same. But then there are some who are like, don't have self-esteem. They have self-esteem issues. They kind of let a man just treat them any kind of way. They don't have the value and the morals of, an old school woman such as myself. So, I asked the guy because he's married to like this lady that just treats him just any kind of way. And he's a great guy. I'm talking about fine, work hard, and she talks him absolutely crazy, does not cook, does not clean. And he will
Oh
bend
no.
over, he will bend over backwards, turn flips forward and backwards for her. And I asked him, I was like, well, what's the issue? Oh, because when I come in, even if I've been cheating, she don't give me no shit. She let me do what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? So I think now it's gotten to a point where men don't value women anymore, because there are so many out there that will let them do as they please, and they don't have to give them anything. They don't have
Yeah,
to
I know who you
value
talking
them.
about. I saw a video on that where these females were saying they think their man's gonna cheat anyway, so they just let it happen. I'm like, wait a minute. We're supposed to fight for your man. Whatever happened to fight for your man? Man fights for his woman.
Right,
Love is a battlefield. Oh God, I
right.
just
Okay, come on now. Come on now. Come
I
on
just
now.
I saw, and I also want to bring something to everybody's attention, especially everybody who's tuning in the comment section. Though, pay attention to this one. A
Thank you,
psychologist
Queen Bee.
was a psychologist. Yes, thank you, Queen. I guess she's more like a therapist, but she and she's a card reader, and she mentions how you can't really dictate how you're going to be triggered in the new relationship until you get there. And though that, and I mean, I feel what she's saying, but there's a lot, and that I think that only applies to certain people. Again, I think that everything is subjective, because what if this is a woman who, hurts herself, or what if it's a man that hurts himself? You know how some people, they do the, what do you call it, S&M, or 50 Shades of Grey type stuff. They still haven't let it go. You remember, they still haven't let it go, so they
Right,
bring that into the new relationship, and then they're thinking,
right,
oh, I'm just whatever I picked up on some kinky stuff on my previous. I'm gonna bring this into the new one.
right.
And here's the thing. Don't you think that it's, what would you say? Would you say to any person, man and female, that they do need to love themselves and heal before entering a new relationship? What would you say?
Yes, most definitely. If you went through a horrible relationship, like I went through a horrible marriage, and I spent 9 years by myself, just focusing on myself, my kids, and I needed that time to heal because I didn't want to bring negative energy into a new relationship. And so if I'd rather be by myself and make sure I'm good before I, bother with, because I'm okay being alone. I'm an independent woman. I'm okay. I don't need a man, but I want one.
I
Right. Oh,
know
I
that's
like
right.
that. I like
I
that.
know
I
that's
love
right.
that.
Yes.
Cherie, what you think?
I'd say the same. It's kind of like this lady. I watched her on Facebook this morning, and she said, my ex is going across Facebook, and he says I'm a crazy ass B, right? And then she said the guy that I'm with now says that I'm the best thing that ever happened to him. She said, I want you to believe both. Okay. Now here's where it gets tricky. The reason why she said she wants you to believe both, that she's this crazy ass woman and she's the greatest woman in the world to this one, is because when this first man met her, right, he broke her down. He kicked her down to her lowest molecule, treated her like she was absolute crap, right? Took her through the ringer. It made her crazy, right? To him, because you created this monster. But this other man took the time to deal with the healing of this woman and help her break those walls down to now be the best thing that ever happened to him, right? And she said through her healing process, she was able to love this new man. Had she not been able to heal, she'd have probably took everything that man had put on her and put that on her current partner. So without healing, I think people just need to be by themselves to themselves, because hurt people hurt people.
Yes, I mean that is true, and with just trying to convince people to just jump into the next relationship and wait till there's triggers that take place, I'm like, that's a slippery slope. And sending that message out there again is a slippery slope, because every situation is, say it with me now, subjective. It is subjective. Come on now.
I agree.
We don't
I
know
agree.
we don't know what kind of mentality we're dealing with. We don't
Right.
know.
Absolutely.
You got to consider all that stuff.
I was married to a narcissist, and he put me down so much and did so much damage that it took a while to heal from that, you know. And I was like, I had a lot of fears. Like, I don't want to date another guy, and he does the same thing to me. So it's like you have that fear, like, is it going to happen again, you know, or is he going to get mad at me? Is he going to treat me bad again? You know, treat me like my ex did. So taking time to heal is definitely important, and being more particular on who you let into your circle, especially if you have kids.
Right. I feel that. Sheree, go ahead and read off what Miss Bernadette question is. She has a question.
That was a good question. When is a good time to introduce somebody to your children or meet his if he has any? That's a great question, Miss Bernadette. How you feel about that?
I feel like you should at least go out a little bit before you and feel like, okay, this is something, you know, that I can see myself, someone I can see myself with, before you just introduce, because you don't want to introduce your kids to just every random guy you're on a date with. I think you should be like, okay, this is my partner. I like, you know, we have a connection, and then you can introduce them to your kids. Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Lily? What do you think?
I definitely agree. We always got to kind of get the kids, especially when us ladies, we have our kids. We got to get the kids kind of ready eventually. But we should see the guy first, and before, you know, we got to see him first. We kind of like test the waters and see the territory or playground, you know, before we invite the babies to say, hi, this is the swing, you know, and here's the slide.
Okay. I say I know before I got married, which I'm very single, just in case some fine ass men is watching.
Shout out! Hey, come on now.
But no, I'm kidding y'all. But after my divorce, it took me like a very, very long time before introduction, because I felt like I didn't want just anybody meeting my kids, because you don't know people's energy, right? But I definitely say it needs to take a while now, because I don't know if y'all remember that story here recently. Happened rather close to me here, close to like the Dallas area. This lady had been with this man for a very long time, and he killed her 16-year-old daughter because he was mad at her. And they had been together for some years. So you can never really fully know a person. So I think the longest time possible that you can hold out without, you know, bringing your kids into it, I say just wait as long as you can to know as much as you can about that person before bringing your kids around.
Right. I think that's what makes it challenging. Isabel, what you think?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I mean, you don't want to just introduce them to anybody, and you never know. That's why it's good to do background checks, I guess, right?
It is. And, you know, plus, you know, we have us moms, we have like that scare of like the human trafficking. I mean, I've seen taken too many times. That's my problem. But when do you think is like the time that we usually do invite men into the circle to meet our children? What's a significant amount of time you think?
I'd say about 6 months.
The first 3 months is usually the golden period. And then the next 3 months after that is usually like you get to see more of the person. Like the person's more relaxed. So I feel like maybe that.
Yeah, because, and you know, those 6 months go by so fast. They go by so fast. So 6 months may sound like a long time, ladies and gentlemen out there watching, but it goes by so fast. Just like we sit here looking at our children, they grow up so fast. Them 6 months is gonna feel like 6 days. What the heck happened? I was like, no, wait, oh my God. Oh, you like to wear skirts? Why? Oh, okay. Don't. All right, goodbye. Because then you find out things after, I guess, probably after 3 months. When do you think you start to find things that you didn't know he was into? And I mean on the kinky scale and also the non-so kinky scale. Because remember, some people have those fat fetishes and some of us are not into it. I'm into it. I'm fine. I'm good with fat fetish. I like feet. I like feet. I'm good with feet. I'm fine. But what if he's into something you don't find out what he's into until like that third month hits?
See, that's hard to ask me that question because I'm like Rihanna. I like whips and chains.
Oh, whips and chains and things. But okay, so I mean, what if he wants a back door?
Again,
Whips and
okay.
chains. We're going whips and chains. Just S&M it. Okay,
Listen,
got
so
it.
listen, as long as we are in a monogamous relationship, I feel like your bedroom is undefiled. What you do is your business, and I'm good with anything. I refuse to decline my man because what I don't do, the next woman will, and I'm not gonna take that chance, especially if I know I got a good one. That's
Yeah.
my intake on that.
You never know. Plus, a guy may bring it out in you. So you might say
Yeah.
no, but then when you're with the right guy, you'd be like, I was opposed to this before, but now.
I'm with Queen B82 on this one. She said, "Oh no," she said she had added 4. No, it said 1, 2, 3. She added 3 no's. Yes, I can't no back door, and that's an exit only.
Yeah, I can't do that way. I don't care. I'm like, nope.
Everybody is gonna have their own thought process on that, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be lady in the streets, freaking the sheets, but I got boundaries.
So Lovely Mom 3 said, "How do you know it's real?"
Say what?
Lovely Mom 3 said, "How do you know when it's real?"
Oh,
that's a good question.
Okay, so I'm actually talking to somebody right now, and every single day I have butterflies in my stomach. Like I'm smiling. He sends me poetry. He's just so romantic. He'll send me good morning messages, telling me to have a beautiful day. I'm like, he just makes me feel so beautiful. And I'm like on cloud 9 right now.
Oh, she on cloud 9. Oh, congratulations. Listen, we gotta shout out to this queen. She's happy. She's on cloud 9. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy because that's hard.
Happy for you.
And he's gorgeous.
Oh, girl. Now.
I had a sneak peek. I saw the pictures. It's very nice.
So you got the. Oh, so I'm the only one that didn't get the sneak peek. Oh, I feel
he's got a big pack. He's got that fine body and stuff. I'm like, ooh.
That's a playground. That's a playground. You just gotta find out if you want to go to the swings or the slide.
We back to the swings and the slides again. Okay. Okay.
I said I got a question. Go ahead, Sheree. Read off that question for everybody.
Okay. Message to the queens. For the so-called perfect man for you, sometimes y'all could focus more on how he treats you. Put that back up. Where'd it go? All right. Sometimes y'all can focus more on how he treats you over the features that can be modified. Ooh, that's tough because that's true. Kind of like what Isabel said. Now, this is not to say that he's not the perfect guy for you. So don't take this personal because that's not what I mean. I'm just pointing out what I said. It just really said because we could do that. We could say, oh, he treats us so wonderful. Oh, he takes me out to eat. He woos me. But then the little signs that should be big signs of aggression, anger, jealousy, something that's not right, we totally miss because we're so wooed now. We're like, oh my God, he's so cute. Oh my God, I just love it. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And we miss the importance. So how do y'all feel about that? Because that's big. Like I've done that myself.
I would say as the knowledge is power. And awareness helps. If you and I'm gonna start off on this as well, and then I'm gonna let you right off what I say. Knowing the signs, number one, being educated on the signs. As long as you are educated on the signs, and then you can Wonder Woman your way through this relationship with this guy. You can, because you got it. You know, we can't be afraid to date. We can't be afraid that it's always going to end up bad. We have to, as long as we know the signs, have that awareness, then we'll be all right. We can manage. It's manageable.
Yeah, even though like I'm completely smitten and stuff, but if I know the signs to look for. So if I start seeing them, I know, okay, it's time to go. If he does anything that gives me concern, you know.
Right. I would do the same thing.
I went through an abusive marriage, and so like I know what to look for, and you know, even if he's aggressive, if he's showing signs of possessiveness and all that stuff like that, I'm gonna be like, no.
Narcissism. You know, narcissism is big in
It
It
is.
is.
it is. That's a big issue. What's the matter with everybody took a narcissism like pill growing up or something? Hey,
It
Burnett said, I'm so happy for you, Isabel. And then Queen B82 says, yes, you have to stay alert and aware. So
Mhm.
everybody's on the same page, you know. I like that. And of course, we don't need to discuss what goes on in the bedroom. Everybody has their own style.
Right.
But
Hello.
yeah. Do you believe that it's okay for the man? And you can answer this question right when we come out, because I can hear we're gonna go pay some bills. I hear the commercial break about to come. But do you ladies believe that it's okay for a man to bring you to come see his parents, his mama, on the first date? Let's say he just makes a surprise stop and he comes to make you visit his mama. You know, would you stay or would that be the end of it?
Red flag. Red flag.
This is a first date.
Yeah, first date. He just surprises you by just stopping off at his parents' house, and
That's a little much, I feel. Yeah, that's already like I would already feel like he's on a million miles an hour. I mean, I'm already meeting mom. Mom's a big deal, you know.
Right.
So it's not like we're kids and we like you have to meet the parents because
Right.
you know you can't drive anywhere. But as adults, I think that should take some time, like a little bit of time, you know.
Yeah, on a first date, you guys don't rush it, and don't do the thing where you talk to a woman over the phone and say, "I just want to talk to a woman who knows what she wants," and just because she's not giving you what you want as fast as you want, that's the BS that you're gonna throw at her. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So we're gonna pay some bills. Don't forget, because I can hear the music. That's our commercial break from Her Point of View talk show, brought to you by I Said It. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around and checking out the commercials and during our commercial break. I'm your girl, Lizzie the Goddess. And again, today I have
Cherie Patterson.
That's right, co-hosting with me today. This show is brought to you by I Said It Management. Again, if you would like to be a guest or a sponsor to the show, go ahead and email her point of view at AOL.com. And we have Isabel Cruz. We are back. Do you believe? Here's the question. I've been brewing it. Do you believe? Oh man, it just left my mind. Hold on, let me grab it back. Grab it back. Okay. What is your idea of a first date? I don't know what I was gonna say previously, but what's your ideal first date?
Definitely talking, I think, for sure. Having that, like a nice romantic dinner or going to a nice park and just getting to know each other. That kind of thing.
Cherie?
I think I'll second that. Like a real nice restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, walk on the park. I live by the lake, on the lake actually. So, you know, something like a walk on the lake, or, you know, a picnic at a park, or my favorite restaurant, something like that. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
What is your favorite restaurant?
Oh, girl, it's a place here called Vidora. It's a Mexican restaurant, and it is on point, honey. It's on point.
Ooh. Izzy, what's yours?
Well, I've been to this one Mexican restaurant, Azul Tequila, and they actually have pretty good food there. But my like top favorite is Olive Garden.
Oh, Olive Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That
I'm
is
weird.
one of my
I'm the weird one.
favorites.
My favorite is Red Lobster.
I have never been there.
What in the world?
I am
Cherie,
40
fix it.
years old, and I have never been to Red
Well,
Lobster.
take yourself to you know what? We gonna have to go. We gotta put that on the bucket list.
Yes,
Going
girl.
to
Yes.
Red Lobster. Ooh,
Yes,
girl.
girl. We're gonna have to do it, girl. We're gonna have to do it.
So I think that movie theaters are out of the question when it comes to first date because then you can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you think is a nice location to go?
You know, like I've actually gone to a nice park where there's walking trails and, you know, like a little fountain. Just nice, quiet, relaxing, just get to know each other and stuff like that. But definitely movies is no, because you can't talk.
Right. Mm-hmm. For me, it's a place here called Clyde Warren Park. It's like a big park with all types of amenities. They've got food trucks everywhere. They've got water fountains everywhere. All types of art. It's absolutely gorgeous, day and night. So you can go at any time and still be just as amazed, you know, at any point. And it's beautiful. Date nights, date days, like it's beautiful.
Yeah, I recommend Shalom Park because that's a really beautiful park.
Oh, a restaurant wise, Lil Ninja threw in a good one, ladies. If you haven't gone, I have to agree. You have to check this one. It's called Cooper's Hawk. Bring that Lil Ninja. She said Cooper's Hawk.
Where's
it
that?
really is good. Have you been, Cherie?
Where's that at? I haven't.
I believe it's in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Girl, I ain't even left out of Texas. Of course, I've never heard of Cooper's Hawk. I ain't been out of Texas.
Oh, it's so good. I wonder if it's only in Florida or if they do have a Cooper's Hawk in Texas. You know, it's worth looking up. I mean, it's a very popular restaurant.
I'm gonna look that up and say just because it's popular don't mean that we got it.
That's true. I know. You're right. I'm just saying. You know,
we just now getting In-N-Out burger from California to Texas, so we might not have a lot of stuff in here.
Oh, so you can. Oh, wow, you do travel though. Hey, so what if the man says that he likes to travel? Would you like to travel?
I want to travel, but I just had grandbabies. I got 3 brand new grandbabies. Well, 1 is already here, 2 on the way. So at some point, you know, once I get their parents acclimated with being parents, then absolutely, I want to go a bunch of everywhere because I've only left Texas 3 times my whole life out of 40 years. So.
Oh, wow. I remember, Isabel, you used to live in Texas.
I did.
What part?
I lived in San Angelo.
San Angelo. Okay, I'm in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that's
I was
a couple hours away.
I was stationed at Goodfellow Air Force Base there.
Okay.
Yeah. I spent 8 years there. That was enough.
That's a long time, 8 years. Oh my gosh, ladies, you won't believe this. I was at a Walmart the other day and I saw these cute, adorable little boys that had such the best like manners. Now I looked at them, I sized them up. I could tell, and their mama, and I could tell that they definitely were from Texas, because being from Texas, I'm like, these boys were such gentlemen. They let me go in front. They said, hear me. I'm like, oh my God, that's so. I think that if, and plus in Texas, if you remember, and I know you do because you live there, men open the doors. They say they open the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
It depends on where you at, because
They held the door open. I was so surprised. Where we were, right, Isabel, where you were at, they held the doors open.
They did. I was shocked. Like, a lot of gentlemen over there, for sure.
Yeah, well, they need to bring them to Dallas because they ain't here.
Oh, yeah, bring the Dallas, Texas. Oof. But, I think if anybody wants to make a gentleman's club, like, so that they could, groom them to be proper gentlemen, send them to Texas. Send them to Texas. At least they still hold doors open.
Send them to Dallas. Okay. Send them here.
Send them to Dallas so that they can create a school there. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Cinnamon Winfield. What's up, Cinnamon Winfield? I don't know if I'm saying your name, boo boo. It's they say I'm in Texas too, outside of Houston
and Katy, Texas. Katy. Cinnamon Winfield. Yeah. It's Katy.
And Little Ninja mentioned about I guess Cooper's Hawk. She said that it's in Orlando and Tampa.
Okay.
You know what, Cherie? You're just gonna have to visit Florida. You just gonna have to take
I'm gonna have to go somewhere apparently, because all y'all got all the good stuff. I'm just stuck.
Come on. You Aquarius is love adventure. Aquarius is, they love.
I'm gonna have to call you and be like, Lily, I'm at the front door. Girl, I've been out here knocking for like 10 minutes.
Oh, girl, I never leave anybody waiting at the door for too long. But like, I know exactly when somebody's coming. I'm like, what's up? My camera spotted you. Hey, girl, let's go.
I'm here, girl. It's time to go to Cooper's Hawk. Girl, I'm hungry. Okay.
Exactly. I got you. Hey, Isabel, this one is yours. Cinnamon Winfield says, the men love to kiss my hand when I'm out and about as a greeting. Do you think that there's some people that they took that for granted?
Yeah.
And that's why we don't have it as much?
Yeah, I think a lot of like crazy feminists ruined it.
You think so?
I think so. The ones that are like, they pushing all that, and then they're like, a guy tries to get them a compliment, and then the woman's like, ew, get away from me, And so guys right now, they're kind of more afraid to even approach women now. They're afraid to open the door, give them compliments, because then they're like, I don't want to be seen as like a creeper or something. So now guys are shying away from doing a lot of the things that they used to do back in the day, because a lot of this whole female, I'm all for female empowerment, but the crazy ones, they kind of ruined it for the rest of us.
I think so. Cherie, what you think?
I could see that being a thing. I think I've had somebody kind of tell me that he was intimidated by women because of their responses towards him trying to be a gentleman. So I can agree with that, because I've heard that before.
Yeah. Yeah, guys try to be doing the gentleman thing, and then they get treated badly. So they're just like, well, now I'm afraid.
Right.
I don't want to do it now.
And then both men and women have experienced, it's hard to like make that first step of approaching somebody, because both men and women have experienced just simply complimenting or even holding the door open. And then somebody thinks that somebody's hit, like the guy holds the door open for the woman. She thinks that he's hitting on her. Dude, he just hold the door. It's not even that deep. Calm down. Or when you're on a plane, tell me, I don't know. I gotta raise my hand on this one. And if you've ever seen the movie The Holiday, where she's on the plane, because I was on the plane, this happened the same thing, and a married couple is on the plane. The husband's sitting next to me. I'm just minding my business, and he wasn't hitting on me, but he made it seem like I was hitting on him. After he told me that he does music, and I do film, and he says, oh, well, maybe I could do music for your film. And I said, okay, well, here's my contact information so that you can send me some of your work and I can look at your demo reel. Seriously, on some business stuff. Like, does that sound like flirting?
No.
From me? No, I'm just like, he's the one that offered the music for my films. So then he says, well, my wife is in the back. And I'm like, I'm not hitting on you. I know she's in the bag, and I'm thinking you're talking to me, so I'm thinking it's okay. I said, I'm a little lost. You lost me. I'm not hitting on you. Where did you get that conception? What's going on? So then after, and then I actually looked behind me and I waved at the wife like, hi. And she was like, I'm like, okay. And so what I did was I just to grab my little film book, and I just started like minding my own business again. He tried to talk to me. I kind of was like ignoring him. That's it. Because I wasn't dealing with the bull crap.
But you know what? I've been through that before.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's like I had a man. Matter of fact, in season 1, he was still existent. But I had a man that didn't know boundaries with women. And so at times we would even be out and these women would, hey, babe this, babe that. And he just would call it just as innocent as it could be. Right. And then me as a woman, I'm just sitting there like, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to seem like the jealous type. I don't want to seem like I'm messed up, but like, damn, are you not going to point out that you're with somebody? So that might be how his wife felt. Like, to you, it was professional, but because she knows her man, she's thinking on a complete different level. If that makes sense.
The funny thing is, they were newlyweds, and it was clear because they had the whole people on the plane. Like the sister-in-law was sitting next to her, the whole family. Like I'm surrounded by them, and I'm just minding my own business. He initiated the conversation, but it was literally professional, and I didn't feel like he was hating on me, but he somehow turned it into that. Like he wanted to make it seem, I don't know, like I don't know if that meant that he needed to get his wife's approval for me to give him my information so that he could give me music. If that's the case, he could just said that, but he didn't. He literally like flipped it and made it look like I'm the predator. And I'm like, dude, you started talking to me first.
Wow.
And I can clearly see that that's your woman. And I'm thinking that y'all, you know, they looked so happy. I'm thinking they were very secure. Thinking that I thought it was a safe space because they looked so secure. So their security that I thought was there made me feel secure. Made me feel like this was just a very safe space. I didn't feel like I was threatened, but when he had did that, then I felt the threat. Then I felt okay, I don't even feel comfortable sitting next to this guy because he made it so awkward. I'm like, why you make things awkward, my guy? Don't do that. You're not all that. Like, I'm not hitting on you. I don't want you. Calm down.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people think that now. Like, you just say hi to somebody, they're like, oh, they're harassing me. They're doing this, and they're, you know, and you're like, calm down.
And that's the problem. Cherie, what did I say? He said, we not what?
He said, we're not just players and pimps in Chicago. Like myself, there's a lot of other men that respect the queen. Okay.
And you know, this guy that you're talking to, Isabel, he sounds like he really understands that. He sounds like he gets that, you know, the woman's worth. And like Alicia Keys sung about, a man should know a woman's worth, and a woman should know a man's worth in return.
Yes. You should see, like, today he sent me like some poetry. He'll be like, good morning. He's like, first blessing is, you know, good morning. Second blessing, have a wonderful day, you know, and just telling me how beautiful I am and just so considerate. So he's, you know, I'm all giggly.
Shout out to all the romantic Cherie. Cherie, what you think? Are you a hopeless romantic, Miss Cherie?
I am. I was just gonna ask a question about that. Like, how do y'all feel like if you have to tell a man what to do? Like, if you have to tell him you like good morning text, if you have to tell him how to communicate with you, is that a no? Is that a work in progress? Like, how do y'all feel about that?
I can't.
Lily said that's a no.
I shouldn't have to teach him how to talk to me. Like, he should.
That's like a little boy. That's like a little boy.
Yeah, like, I would rather a man that's like he knows that I'm a woman, that, you know, that he's like, this is a quality person. Let me put the effort in. Let me sweep her off her feet. Let me be romantic. Like, you see on the movies, you know, like, oh my gosh, do those things exist? Like, that's what I want. And I don't want to have to teach you to talk to me the way I want to be spoken to, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
I think I
Cinnamon
am.
Winfield said, I was just recently in the Midwest and the guys are extra flirty compared to my area. Very aggressive. Of course, it's flattering, but they be doing too much. Hmm. That's different. Yeah, I mean, I guess, if that's from the aggressive perspective, like where they are being very aggressive. Yeah. What do you think,
Yeah.
Sheree?
I'm a hopeless romantic. Like I have seen Jason's lyric too many times, so I'm still like looking for that. I'm still looking for that somewhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
So the aggressive type is not really well, it depends on the amount of aggressiveness per se. Like if he's like, hey, 7 o'clock, I'm coming to get you. It's date night. I need you to be ready. Like I love that, right? But if it's just like over the top, like, hey, why you ain't call me? Man, listen, no, 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 no,
No,
no.
yeah, I agree. Izzy, what do you think?
Yeah, I rather just well for the aggressive. I've had some guys be really aggressive and flirting with me. Like they just walk up to me and be like, you're the one," and I'm like, they just are like, "Oh, I'm so crazy for you," and I'm like, "Do you even know my name?"
Right? That,
Right.
yeah, no.
Like
And,
you don't know
and we
nothing
got some
about me, and
clappers.
they're like, "Well, you're beautiful. What else do I got to know?" And I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
Oh, that's shallow. Queen
Yeah,
Bee 82, she's throwing us some clapping, and then she says, "Yes, understanding of each other is the key to a
yeah,
successful relationship." And then
respect
Yeah.
each other for sure. Yeah,
Burning
no,
Prayer says, "Oh, I'm
mm-hmm.
sorry." She
No,
says,
knowing
"I
you.
Girl, I think I got a delay. I'm sorry." She says, "I feel society is going backwards on the manners and respect towards each other." And then last but not least, Queen B 82 says, "Understanding one another with communication is the key to a successful." I think she was just reiterating what she was saying because she
Yes,
did, yeah.
yes,
That
absolutely.
communication is key.
Communication is key. You
What
also
would
need
you
to have like that foundation of friendship too, you know, because you need to have like a solid foundation, get to know each other, like what your dreams are. Talk about that. Like what do you want to what are your goals for the next 5 years? Like what do you want to do? Like you know, learning and getting that relationship, that core, because that's what's gonna last, you know, because people looks fade, you know, and or like people get injured or they, you know, they need to be taken care of or whatever. But if you have that foundation, then you'll survive anything.
That's right.
I agree.
Sheree, what you think? You
I
want to
agree.
add to that?
I totally agree. I couldn't even said it better. Like that was amazing. I totally agree.
Oh, I love y'all, ladies.
I
And
totally agree.
much praise and respect, and praise and respect towards the men out there too. Please don't
Mhm.
think that women, they're just nagging, and they're not. I don't want to say like I guess nagging, for lack of a better word. We don't nag. We're giving advice, and
Mhm.
we're hoping that you take it, because there are still so many women that are good. You say you're looking for a good woman. You say you're looking for a good one. Then stop messing with the hoes. Stop with messing with the easy ones. Come to a nice lady. Do what you
Mhm.
think you do. What you think you know. Do it right,
Mhm.
and then you might get a number two date.
Show
You might.
up, smell nice, don't have your pants hanging below your butt,
Oh
don't be,
Oh
God, no,
my God.
you know, have
no.
fresh breath, and actually be engaging with her. Like, want to know her, what her likes
Yeah,
are, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get to know her on the inside, like who she is, and not just focus on the exterior.
Right.
right. And don't make her go out of her way for you. You need to meet her halfway.
Yeah.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
know.
You shouldn't be doing all the talking, like getting all the stuff out of him. Like, it's got to be equal, 50-50.
Mhm.
It's got to be
I
a
agree.
balance. Oh, Cherie, what's up?
You have to build with each other, plan for the future together with openness and honesty. I agree. I
Mhm.
think that's something that we don't see nowadays. Because again, and I can't speak for everywhere. I just know here in Dallas, it is so hard to find somebody that's interested in monogamous relationships that even gives a damn about what your goals are, or whatever. It's like they are so honed in and focused on them. What you want and what you need doesn't matter until they feel that it matters. So, I feel like we as women need to be more, I don't know. I see it 50-50 because, we can love on them a bit more and teach them how to love us because they might not know the complete way, right? But then I think they need to be more in tune to listen, to learn how to love us the way we want to be loved and not love us the way they want to love us, if that makes sense.
It definitely does. And Isabel, that Cinnamon Winfield says, and don't spend hours talking about your ex. That's a bad date.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
No, you don't want to do that. No.
It's a turn off. That right there is a turn off. It's a turn
I was like, listen, don't call Alicia, okay, and don't call me no more. You're on block, okay?
That's right. Well, I hear the music, and that is the closing of our wonderful episode for season 2. Another episode that was fantastic. I had so much fun, and this was a great, deep discussion with my girls, with my two beautiful, gorgeous queens, my co-hosts for the night, Cherie Patterson, Isabel Cruz. I loved it. I had so much fun. You?
I had fun.
This was fun. Yeah. I feel like there was so much more I could have said. Like, I wouldn't, like, yes, like, since I'm a single mom, so I don't ever get to go out. So I had to resort to online dating. And I know there's like a stigma sometimes with that, but how else are you going to meet somebody if you can't go out,
Right.
And that's how I met him. So
that's right. I like that. And so shout out to people who are using the dating sites. There's still hope. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged right away. You're gonna go through a few bumps and bruises. Don't get discouraged right away. Is that right? Would you suggest that since you've been using it, don't for them not to be discouraged?
Right. Yeah. I went on 3 dates and they didn't work out, and then I was starting to get discouraged, and then the right guy just came along. So it works out.
Congratulations. Go get him. Go get him, girl.
Okay, go get your man, girl. Go get him.
Oh my gosh. And then Cinnamon Winfield says, good night, ladies. Nice chat tonight. Have a safe night. You too. And shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you for tuning into our show. From Her Point of View talk show, brought to you by I Said It Management. If you want to look me up on any platforms, just Google Lily the Goddess and I'll come right up. Where can they find you, Cherie?
Oh, y'all can find me on Facebook, Cherie Patterson. Y'all can find me on IG, Cherie_the_elite_reader. And I want to give a shout out to our girl one more time, Mimie Acosta. We missed you tonight and we wish you well.
Shout out to Mimie. Isabel, where can they find you on social media platforms?
Everywhere. You got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Find me all in there. Chibi Couture.
Oh, she's got some good clothes. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she got some bangers.
Always creating new stuff, and the jewelry, a lot of it I make myself. So, and I do custom work too. So if you need something, just email me.
And I love that you showed them on YouTube. She shows them how she makes them, Cherie. She shows how she makes them on YouTube. So check her out.
Somebody needs to share a link because, baby, I be needing some custom made clothes. And I want something somebody ain't got. I might have to call a little sister and be like, hey, little sister.
Hey, yes, this is what our networking is for. If you would like to be a guest or a host of a guest or a sponsor to the show, go ahead and email herpointofview@aol.com to be a what did I say? A sponsor or guest. Thank you. I had a moment. Listen, we chill. We are so chill on this platform. And thank you so much. It is late. We love you. God bless. Shout out to Mimie. And
thank you for having me, ladies.
Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, being a part of this show, Isabel.
Of course.
We enjoyed you, beautiful.
Thank you so much, queens.
And y'all remember to empower, encourage, and embrace one another. Your 3 E's. Empower, embrace, and encourage one another, guys.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Ladies. Ladies first. Ladies first. All right, there I go again.
You done made a song out of about 3 things tonight.
Mm-hmm. And if your man does nice things, keep encouraging him. Even if it doesn't come out right, just still encourage. Because if you just, make fun of him, he'll get discouraged and won't do it again.
I'm okay with slapping your man on the booty. It's okay. Slap the tushy. That's a nice way to encourage.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, pay attention to the signs.
Yes,
Don't
pay attention to the signs, people. Yes.
Yeah.
We covered a lot. A lot of guidance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. So hopefully that helps a lot of you dating sites. Some words of encouragement to your man. Ideas on first date, second date, how long you should wait. Ooh, I just rhymed them. I'm sorry. I'm on a roll.
I think we gave some good pointers tonight, though. I think somebody had a pen and a pad and was like, "Oh shit."
That's right. Good
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
You say rewind. What you say?
Yes. Get to know each other on a deep level, and it'll be a good relationship, especially with communicating. It's key.
Absolutely.
Communication is the way to go. We need that. Yep.
And you need to respect each other's differences too, and then it's okay. Also, if you have your own different types of hobbies and you do your own thing and he does his own thing, you don't have to do everything together. You can have your own types of hobbies and stuff. And then what I think that's also important, if you show interest in each other's hobbies, like here, or your jobs, but like you talk to me about what you're doing and I'll talk to you, and actually be interested in each other. And that's how
that's big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's huge. That's big.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
But remember, everybody needs their space.
Yes.
That's another thing. Respecting boundaries and space. Everybody needs time to themselves.
Yes, they do.
I like that very much. I love my space. I miss my space. Oh, I'm sorry. The website. That's the website. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, we're going back to the early 2000s. Oh, my gosh.
No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you all night.
I'ma take you some loving, sweet delicious somethings. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the fun on the wings. Gonna take it to the floor, what's up? Top flexibility, you gon' find out. Time out, gon' pull out. No down, no down. Omega Ishimasu.
Baby, tell me how you feel. Straightforward, 100, keeping always real. Cause I'm giving it to you right. Pleasure on, going all night. You know the deal, and it gon' last for life.
Hi, Charlene. Come on in.